Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm your host, Quantum Tater. Quantum Tater, say hello. I guess I'm inside, so I can just leave it open if I wanted to. I don't. Those cold, dead eyes. Anyways, welcome back to Space Engineers Survival 2026. Last time we did a little bit of dogfighting, and then Daddy Snubhub had to handle the business because I could not manage to wrangle in the target. Clyde, I think appreciates Daddy Snowpub, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. And then he said that he's crashed a couple of times, having his reversed and all thruster buttons on the same bar, and so he has since switched those to two different bars, so he doesn't accidentally turn all the thrusters off. And couple ammo, yeah, I know. And he also mentioned the solar panel that is still giving me infinite amounts of trouble. And you're not wrong. Behind me, well, we'll talk about this in a second. Let's see. Sam said at 35 minutes. He was talking about when I was trying to get back into the base that I thought I captured. He uses a JS hacking computer. I looked it up. It's by Hey Savour. I'm gonna guess JJ Savour because it's French, very French sounding. Anyways, JEJESERVEUR JS hacking computer. It's an alpha. Got some cool stuff, man. I think that's it's something I could look at. I don't want it to be too easy. I remember there used to be a hacking computer mod that required like superconductors or like silver, gold, like it required some higher materials, even maybe some platinum, just to make it, because you go in there and slap one of those things on, weld it up, and you're hacking a grid that you've not even fought. So it's one of those things. But I think this one has like a fail chance and cycles, and then it might even stop in the middle of doing other things. So it's pretty interesting. It says if the grid detects damage, or anything like that, I think it stops hacking. I'm not really sure. I have to go look it up. But you have to, once you paste it on, you have to go in and turn it on, and then it starts the hack process. And then it just switches ownership to everybody. And then, let's see, Chad said that the vanilla refineries definitely do pull in the order with which we're, which with the ores are stacked in the thing. But because of scripts and various things, such as Izzy, like they had to create script rules so that you could potentially stop it from pulling whatever it wanted to. And then he mentioned that dogfights might get a little extra spicy with my dorsal tail gun potentially shooting through the cockpit into my face or into the back of my head. And he's probably not wrong about that. And then mentioned the shield refresh for the SNF. So, and then let's see, John. Two things from John. He sent me an email because I think when he crafted our sweet defensive platform, which I've painted, now we'll go show you in just a second. When he crafted that, he, I don't know if I can, let me see, I was going to say, I don't know if I can do that while I'm walking backwards. Probably can't. But when he crafted the defensive platform, which we're going to walk by here in just a second, he may have forgotten a connector or a connection string, so I have to probably grind in and add in a conveyor tube or something. And then loved that the snub hub took a railgun shot and then brushed it off and then smacked that ass, quote unquote. Slapped its ass, quote unquote. And thought since all the things dispatch off the little drones or whatever, that having a Gatling tailgun might be very useful. So we'll see how it turns out. Let's see. On the defensive AI block to make sure to turn it on the defensive platform. Otherwise, it'll just sit there and do nothing. And then once I get some uranium, he'll potentially redesign or make a heavier ballista thing. So really quick, let's take a brief nap. Oh, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. Oh, I should set this thing up before I should definitely set this up prior to me starting the recording, but I don't do that. Anyways, let's take a brief quick nap, and we're going to dream about some stuff that I did off screen. We're back. Okay, so first and foremost, what did we do? What have we done? We've done so many things. Close, please. Thank you. Let's go outside real quick, take a look at our defensive turret structure. And this, I think, we'll go ahead and investigate really quick if we do build info cargo network. Ah, you can see the top two are not connected. I see what you mean. That will make that very difficult. So I'm going to need to probably grind in. I'm going to guess we're going to grind into this surgically here. And then probably this block here, which I need to uninventory full myself. And I painted it, as you can tell. This block here. And then what do we... I'm confused why this... Ah, okay. Well, there you go. Let's go ahead and do that right there. We'll grab a heavy armor block for that piece there, which we should color whatever color we're going to color. We do that color there, and then go on to the other side and grab this heavy block. And we'll put that back right there. And that should solve our cargo network problem. So go ahead and turn these on really quick, get the thing welded up. And maybe, Bueller. Maybe not. Did we not? Oh, well, we got it. Okay, repaired. System fixed. And this is the painted version of that. Let's go ahead and turn off that build cargo network. So there you go. We got this thing fixed up, John. Mistake remedied. And then I'll just have to turn on the AI block once I get this into space. The next thing I did, I took our dear old snub hub out for a quick interlude. We did find some uranium. So if you look on my screen, that right there, 41 kilometers away, we found it by modifying this ship here. I chopped that out. This is my ore detection grid camera, and I just flew about getting it, taking care of it, that kind of stuff. The other thing I did is because I thought to myself, because we lost our ship last time, when we lost the Snub-nosed Falcon, that I thought to myself, it's probably a good idea to have additional ships. So what you saw in that time lapse was me building out a platform for the Snub-nosed Falcon and a ship we have not yet taken into combat, but we could potentially take into combat, the whatever this thing is called. I don't have a name for it yet. Somebody's gonna have to name it, but built it out, just a heavier, like gunship type thing, all top-mounted cannons, nothing on the bottom. I don't even think I have fixed weapons. I do have 2 fixed weapons. So yeah, just as a tool for dispatching bad guys, I thought we have some extra ships going, painted in the colors of the team. I also want to paint the SNFJ. I have a paint scheme for it. I've thought it up, so I'm gonna have to do that, but I'm gonna do that later. So those main things that we did there. And like I said, this right here is how we found some uranium. So today, I think what I want to do is I want to get to space and build a uranium mine up. We will take the, we'll probably just take the flying squirrel is my thought. How are we doing on food? We're doing good on food. Perfecto. So that happened. And then what else did we do? I think we did something else. I'm trying to remember what. We've got those things done, and this is all running. Good. Oh, and then, yes, this back here, you noticed all of our sweet screens. So what we have here, oh, we've got a couple of things I need to talk about. So this is our stockpile of cargo containers. This is what each one of them has their fill in it, how much they have in each. This is our hydrogen tanks, whether or not they're maxed out or not, which they all seem to be currently. This is our battery life currently. You can see 79% across the board, kind of across all those things. This right here is the thing that's using our top power. This is our grid storage for cargo overall, batteries, cargo, oxygen, hydrogen, and then you can see our current output right now. We are sitting at 14.3% with a moving graph, which I super love. And then we have this ingots thing right here. And if you look very closely, you'll notice that we're missing one very specific one, or missing in that it doesn't exist. And that is this line right here. We are at 0 iron. So that's bad. That's in the businesses, that's what we would call bad. So the way to remedy that, I've decided, the way we've remedied that in this moment is we need to do 2 things. One, I want to put a beacon or a antenna or something on the new defensive towers. So that way I can either remote into them or control them to some degree. We're definitely going to go take care of that problem. The way I've decided to remedy this iron thing is I put an iron drill right here. It's beautifully placed, perfectly timed. No bad notes here. So this is going to slowly build up our iron stockpile that we completely ran out of in building all the stuff, which means we can't even begin to begin to build the flagship, really, the peg ship, until we have some more iron stockpile. So, but what we can do is we can get that uranium underway. So what we need to do probably first is we're going to undock this guy here. We're going to see what is in the inventory for it. And then nothing is in the inventory. That's great. We do have the connector turned off, which is, or not turned off, but set to no goat, so we can do that. So what I want to do probably, my thought's going to be this. We're going to need, what do we need for iron or for uranium? We're going to need, I would assume, for starters, let's get ourselves 2 drills. That should be pretty good. We'll dump that in there. I'm going to say I want probably 2 of these batteries, which will be good. And then, good grief. Let's go with a cargo terminal, a regular smart cargo, and then just a metric crap load of those guys. Oh, put that in there, please. Grab the rest of those components out for that. What else we need? We're gonna need some other stuff. I just can't think. So we got drills, we got that, we got that. We need solar panels. We're gonna go with 3. We're actually gonna go with more than that, but I wanted to grab 3 initially. Let's do 4. That'd be perfect. I don't know. I don't know what else we should probably bring up there. Probably at least, let's get 2 Gatling turrets. That'd be a good idea. Sure, why not? Okay, we got 2 small cargo, 2 drill, definitely some components there. I think an antenna is going to be a wise decision. Let's grab the parabolic. More parabolic. So there's that. And we're not going to be able to, okay, so antenna, cargo. Containers, we've got the, what do we got? We've got some, probably want to grab at least some catwalks, I assume. That's enough catwalks. This is not going to be an oxygen tight environment, I don't think, in this current moment. But we do want to have at least 1 control panel. That's definitely a thing I would recommend. So put that. I don't know what seat I just grabbed. Oh, not the right one. You know what? Let's just do a helm. We could do light. We'll keep it light. It's a good idea. Okay, control seat. Oh, solar panels. Obviously, with solar panels, we're going to want, at the very least, 1 advanced rotor. We'll grab 2 because it's going to be weird if we don't. 2 hinges just in case. And then we should probably, cameras, check. Custom turret controller, we definitely need 1 of those. It's funny because I took it off my bar because I was like, oh, we're not going to be building 1 of those for frickin' ever. And then here we are, building 1 for frickin' ever. Let's just do custom turret controller. We'll turn this off right there. Put that there. I didn't feel like I grabbed it. There we go. I did, in fact, grab it. Okay. Custom tour controller, control seat, solar panels, etc., etc., etc. We should grab something for lighting. So let's just do... let's grab some troffer light stuff. Not the half. And then, just in case, we'll grab a couple of searchlights and some floodlights. That should be good. I think that's kind of that's all the things you need, right? How do you deposit? Oh, is it full? Are we completely full? Oh. Oh, Alt. Man, I'm dumb. Okay. I think that's everything we need, at least for the first trip. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go build up ourselves a little uranium mine. 40 kilometers that way. It's going to be far, far away. We've got some batteries. We got the battery holders. We need the cells. So let's see if we can't get in here and borrow a couple or take 4. We usually have 4 created, but I don't think we have any built currently. There's paint. I don't need paint. I got the paint gun on me, though. Let's see. Where are you at? I'm going to need those cells, but I don't remember where they're at. First things first, let's turn off the goat. Just for the second, because I need to be able to get to all this stuff. So let's go with cells. 6, 7, 8. We need 8 of those. Ah, we are not producing iron quick enough. There we go. We'll just get some iron back really quick. That should be enough. Are we at a nickel too? We are not. Inconceivable. I can't. What are we missing? We can't be out of silicon. Are we out of silicon too? No. No. We got 9.5%, whatever that means, of total storage, by the way. That's of total. And nickel, we've got tons. No, we're not even close to out of silicon. It's just iron. It's just iron. It is our problem. Production. I don't know how much this should be. Oh, the other assembler. That's what's happening. The disassembler is still crafting a bunch of stuff. We need to stop it. And then we'll go back to assembler. Turn that off. Do that. There we go. That was what was happening. It was getting chewed up by the other thing. Although, we're still going to have to break some down. That's definitely going to have to happen. Okay, let me get this sorted out really quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. And we're back. Sorry, we appeared. We just did. This needs more light in here. Our research center needs more light. We just reappeared. I realized because we were I went to pick up cells, and the basis cells are not quite there. So let's go ahead and do some farming. Uh-oh. I think the sorter is flubbed itself up again. Take a look. Goat. Sorter, are you on? You are on. That means we're not getting potatoes or coffee anymore, which is a little irritating. How are we doing everything else? Everything else is good. We'll see if this is going to get finished. I'm telling you, man, something about... Got to make sure the thing is crafting the seeds, and it's like the goat stopped making the seeds for the potatoes, and... Yep, sure shit, it did. Cool, perfect. Love that. I will sort this out when we get back. This is not something we're messing with today. We probably have quite a bit of potato and coffee beans still. Let's go take a look really quick. If we just do a quick inventory search and we do seeds, or no, food, you can see that we have tons of beans, and we just don't, it's just the seeds we don't have. So that's frustrating. I'll mess with that when I get back, because I don't know why the goat's doing that. I'm gonna have to relearn the seeds, or I don't know. I don't know, maybe I switch to a different, there's an assembly queue mod, or an assembler mod that's like does queuing. Maybe that would be the thing that we do. I'm not really sure. But what I am sure of is we can get into here, hop into this bad boy right here. I'll go ahead and turn on those things, and we're going to go ahead and head towards space. And I'll pick you up once we get to the uranium mine. I'm going to take a look at it, see how we want to lay out the thing, what it's going to look like, and then we will begin the process of getting uranium. The only downside to that process is we don't have a means for transporting it. And I don't know if I want to build a drone or just ferry materials back and forth. Or eventually, the other I am not going to get that close to that thing. I'm going to skirt under it. The other alternative would be potentially to, in my mind, the other alternative might be instead of doing the, doing that, maybe putting a refinery up here. I haven't decided. We'll see. But first, let's get it built and get it start producing, and then we will worry about all those other little tidbits then. Oh, and there it is, folks. The location that will bring the Pirates au Gratin into the future. Into the future. Uranium. Shout out, Lord Chaos. It's been a minute, man. Hope you're doing all right. I haven't seen a comment from you in ages, but shout out if you're still out there. I once tried to say uranium and said Ukrainium, and for an entire season, the Ukrainium was what we became. So this will be the site of the Ukrainium mine. And it looks like we're going to be coming in on the dark side, which is okay by me, but we do need to flare, because otherwise we're going to blow right past this thing. And if I do remember correctly, I believe we got some lights on this bad boy. Let's bring us in. Look at this big, beautiful patch right here. That is, it's going to be glorious. So yeah, first what we need to do is establish dominance. No. Yeah, we're going to get a building. This is going to be probably, I think we'll time-lapse me laying this thing out, because I don't see, oh, I'm going to die. I can't get my helmet closed. What was that about? Why would that happen? Minor lung damage, no big deal. No notes. Nothing to see here. All right, so let's go ahead and get this laid out. I think in my mind, we're going to have to shoot the solar panels off this direction and have them spin in the sunlight. We could, yeah, we'll have them shoot off this direction. That's what's going to have to happen. So with that, what we'll do is we'll figure this out. We're going to get this thing laid out. We're going to see where we want to go. And then, yeah, we'll do that. That'd be the plan. It'd be that way sometimes, the plan. And we're going to, sure, we'll build this mostly in black. That could be the thing. I don't want a grid alignment. I want free alignment, please. Oh, it's being terrible. It's not letting me. It's just spinning on a dime. We're not in a gravity. Okay, well, let's go and get this laid out. We'll see how it all shakes out, since this is being really wonky. All right, well, that's weird. So I definitely packed everything necessary to make make a lot of this stuff, and yet, no. I guess I don't have any steel plates for some reason. I don't really know why I wouldn't have any steel plates. I definitely grabbed a bunch of them. It could just be that the system, I don't know. I don't know what happened. So we're going to go back to the base. I'm going to zip down there, zip back, put some steel plates in this dumb thing, and then you'll see the exciting conclusion of what we got. So far we've got the solar panel. I was going to go far off that way, but it didn't feel like it's going to reach. I obviously didn't even bring enough parts for the stuff that I do have. So but that's quite a bit of crap. And I just no steel plates. That's wild to me. What do I have left? I just steel plates. That's what we're missing. And some solar panels over here. We can maybe get this stuff welded up. I don't know. Not even that stuff. The camera, hey, we got the camera up and running, and that's that's what you want. That's the things you need in life. So yeah, let me get the steel plates up on this thing running. We can definitely go over to our uranium space room. This is now going to be called Ukrainium. Shout out Lord Gas. Ukrainium mine. Let's go to give it a cool bright green color because why wouldn't we? Beautiful. All right, and yeah, I will head back to the moon, get some parts, and we'll be back in just a second. And you guys will see the exciting conclusion of this stupid mine that I didn't bring all the pieces for some reason. See you in a second. Done a little overshooting and forgot to bring back sweet, sweet, sweet munitions for our guns. So a lot of good that's going to do to have them up here fully assembled with no guns to really do any good for us, but that's okay. We don't who needs ammunitions? It's a deterrent. The look of them is the deterrent or something. That's what we're gonna say. The deterrent is the visual or something. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Beautiful. We are drilling. Let's get this. Get the other drill up before we do anything else. It's on. Does not look like we're going to have the parts to finish that. What are we missing, I wonder? Take a quick hop out. What do we got so far? If we take a look in here, check this guy, check this guy. We've definitely got, nope, it's construction components, probably motors. That'd be my guess. If I was a betting man, I would say this is motors. My hand, yep, it's all motors. My hand keeps getting off home key. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very frustrating. Motors here too? Sure is. Motors there too. On the plus side, we can land here. We can check our inventory. We are, in fact, getting uranium, which is spectacular. It's got to be slow going. It's going to take a while to stockpile. But at the very least, we should be making ends meet. We don't have any ammo in that, so that's doing no good. We got some lights lighting that one. Got a spotlight over here that's just spotlighting something. I don't know why. I just wanted to build one, honestly. Thought it could be neat. Let's go and get the rest of the stuff, what we can weld that up, and then we'll have to go back and pick up exclusively motors, because why wouldn't we do that? The good news is we don't need this stuff over here assembled in order to have the necessary parts and processes. So on the plus side, we may not have the motors, but at the very least we do have, we're getting uranium already. And the solar panels will pick up a little bit of juice while we're sitting here, but we're just going to need to go pick up every motor on Earth, or on Moon, rather. It looks like I'm so much closer to this thing than I actually am. So I'm like skirting around the outside of it, like trying to be gentle, and I'm not even close. It wasn't even close to it. So let's get this stuff welded up. We're definitely there. Wonderful. So motors are the things that we need to complete our daring situation. Yeah, okay. We can do motors. We can do that. Really quick. Now that we have this, we should be able to go into the grid here. Oh, we can. Static grid. Look at that. We can name it. So this is Ukrainian mine. Ukrainium. I wish I could spell. That'd help. There's that. Put that there. And then we can go ahead and get into the solar controller so that when we get that welded up, we can be able to get this thing immediately. So let's see. Solar hinge, azimuth, elevation, hinge, rotor, camera, aim at sun. Beautiful. That'll go to work as soon as we get those things welded up. We should be able to do that. I think we've done all the parts for it that we can. We've got ourselves some struts right there, so give it the beams. We need to bring back ammo and motors. Those are the two things that I want. And we're currently producing uranium. Look at that. That's wonderful. I would be curious to see if we hop down here really quick. And land. And we go check this drill. It is also producing uranium. So good. Good, good, good. I don't know. I think there's the thumper version, which we totally could put on here. I've never used those, honestly. I did, but I don't know that they produce more or less. I don't even remember the difference between the resource nodes. And I don't think it says, when you look at the block, let's see, drills. Drill atop an ore deposit and power it to start mining ore. Yeah, that's really the only thing it does. I don't know the difference between the three. Basic, static, and advanced. Static is weird that they just have a static one, and I've never looked it up, honestly. Oh, and let's see. I think it's called resource node. Let's check it out. Resource node. Check. Gather stone or ice. Stone keeps up with survival kit input. Instead of hand mining. No conveyor or mounting points. Power cost free. Oh, portable node miner. That's interesting. I didn't even know that there was a portable node miner. What does that look like? Oh, neat. You guys. Oh, good. I'm so excited that that's happening. There's a I don't have it here, but there's a portable. If I look up node, nope. Nope. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, in the mod, there's a portable node miner. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And it looks like a little spider. It's kind of neat. Let's see. So, node miner 1, node miner 2, node miner 3, speed module requires superconductors, gravity generator components to craft. Must be used instead of normal speed module. Ores keep up with refineries. Ice keeps up with 4 O2 generators. Oh, that's what the speed modular does. Okay, gathers ice and all ores. Mark 3, ores keep up with 2 basic refineries. So the Mark 1, the node miner Mark 1, which is I think the basic drill, ores keep up with a basic refinery or half of a large. That's what that is. Node miner 2, ores keep up with 1.5 basic refineries, which is an interesting, like why a half? I don't know. I think this is the resource node miner. Oh, this is different. This is a different one. So I don't even know which resource node I'm using. That's a different model together. That one's called Kev Me Up. That's what that one's by. There's different features. I'm trying to find the one that I actually have, and you guys are just sitting here having me stare. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go get those motors. I gotta go get some ammo, and yeah. And this is yet another trip back to the moon for reasons. See ya in un momento. Okay, so we're sailing in. I actually just got a message, literally just a comment from Prepared Viking 9 minutes ago as I'm recording this. And he said basically what happened is I started welding projections while the pistons were going down, and that's what caused all the kabooms in episode 53. That was the issue. Apparently, if you're welding a projection while the pistons are moving, it just has a full-on panic attack. So that's neat, and I didn't know that. I've got some ammo. I did the ammo thing, so that's going to be beautiful. I'm coming back. The resource mod that I was using is just called Resource Nodes by Math. It's no space. And oddly enough, there's no like basically it says if you place the resource miners within 50 feet of one another, they affect within 50 meters of one another. They impact performance, but there's seems to be no differentiation between the other types of resource nodes. So I don't know why that is. Um, honestly, don't know. We are drifting very quickly. Ooh, let's see if we can slow this down. Spotlight going. Looks like an industrial work site. I love it. Um, I don't know what it is this is missing. Bunch of tubes. I could have swore we had some of those somewhere. That's unfortunate. I still don't have the stuff to make that work properly. That's all right. Who needs it? Let's get this stuff welded up. At the very least, we can kind of get this part of the thing working. Um, there's that. So we might. The question that just sort of bears the question: do we replace the resource nodes with the other one that has variation between the different types of resource nodes? Like, is that something we think is worthwhile to do? I did subscribe to it so I could check it out because it does seem to have a really cool thing. I thought the other guy had added it. I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome. He basically added some stuff to it. Let's go ahead and get this welded up or put in there so it at least has some ammo to protect the base. Let's see, broadcast off. No, yeah, I don't know that we need to broadcast so much as I want to be able to control it within. That's a lot of juice, though. That uses a lot of power to be able to broadcast like that. Okay, let's go over here. I guess we can dock up really quick. So that might be a question we have to answer. We have to have you guys answer. But yeah, Prepared Viking just said that's what happened, and he said sorry for all the cleanup. And I think he also laughed at me, but that's okay. Whatever, man. It's all good in the hood. The cleanup was fun. I got to do a thing out of it. But we've got this thing almost hooked up. Let's go ahead and lock this thing down. If we go into, I keep pressing tab for inventory. That is not what's going on here. Cargo. If we go to the cargo terminal here, we can go ahead and stuff. I definitely thought I had more ammo than that when I came up here. Are you kidding me right now? I do. This has been a calamity of errors. Let's go down here really quick. I want to get this thing. I want the spotlights, floodlights rather. I want them to be a little less bright, is what I want. Or green. That's not bad. There we go. That's a little. Does it feel? It feels enough to me. It feels right, the right thing. And then the spotlight, a flood. What's that other one? Searchlight. Searchlight. This guy I want to be like orange. Can I do that? Let's do 160 and 240. Yeah. There we go. That's cool. Well, this. Why isn't this welded up? You're telling me I definitely have the motors for that. I definitely have the motors for that. That's 1000% have the motors for that. Why is this all yellow though? Oh, it's because these two damn things here. I do not have the large steel tubes for that. Well, that's obnoxious in a way that I didn't expect it to be obnoxious, but here we are. All right, so this is working. I think we might take a look at that other resource mod. The only reason I want to look at it, truthfully, is because it just gives us a reason to use the other ones potentially, whereas this one, there doesn't appear to be a reason. So I'm kind of okay with doing whatever we need to. I will say we are 479. Oh man, that is violently shaky. That's gonna be interesting. So okay, we've done that. This is set up and running. We're going to have to let this cook for a bit while it builds. We'll bring some large scale 2s up next time because we don't have that to do currently. And we'll go ahead and head back to the moon is going to be the plan. And then we'll dump all this stuff off so that the thing doesn't think it needs to make everything. And then I think what we're going to do, we might do some hunting. What do we got? We're at an hour. Actually, we're not. So that's going to be the mine setup. Ooh, we should really quick turn those dampeners on, get ran over by my own ship, fly back on foot. I need a screenshot. And the screenshot is going to be perfect, in dark, because that makes the most sense. We're just going to do that right there. I was like, oh, great, I can't see my ship anymore. We'll get this thing docked back up. I'm not really sure with some time lapses and stuff, with the time lapse / traveling back and forth. I'm not actually sure how long I've been recording. But I think what we're going to do, we're going to head back. We'll get back there. We need to grab some snacks. And I already have snack on board. Should I eat? This sounds like a chilly day. Get some chili on board. We'll get back, and then I think we're gonna call it. I'm gonna off screen. I'm gonna mess with the goat sorter at the farm and see if I can't get it to relearn those seeds. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to find a new system a new way to get those connectors to do what they're supposed to do. And then I might look at this other resource node. The other resource node mod, not the one by Math, but the other one is by Kev Me Up, KEVMEUP. It's got 5 stars. Looks cool. Looks like it has a small grid version. It's pretty neat looking. And so I think we might give that a look because I wouldn't mind being able to it looks like it's using the same models. If you're looking for a well-maintained, less restricted version of the original mod, check out resource node filters. So that's another one. I don't know what that is. But this says, the Kev Me Up version says, this version is heavily balanced to fit well into a standard survival game will scale automatically with your whole world setting and should be easy to understand and use. Which is cool. I appreciate some of that stuff. It also can be configured progression if enabled, different stuff like that. There's some stuff on this versus the one that it was talking about, the resource filter. That one's by Alexis. And that one, not really sure what the difference is in that one. Like I said, the other one, I wasn't really sure. This one, the one by Alexis that the Kev Me Up recommended, it says infinite resource generation or deposits never deplete, adjustable scan range for 30 to 300 meters, power consumption scales with the selected range. I gotcha. Adjustable drill sound volume or filter system to select exactly what your resources are mining. So this one sounds like as long as there's an ore patch of the type you want within 300 meters, it might find it. Server-friendly, performance-conscious for PvE servers, economy servers, and industrial-focused worlds. So that's interesting. This one's a little bit different. We'll try that. We might try that Kev Me Up one. I'll mess with it, and then I'll report back. Or if I decide to stick with it, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and... Why is it so dark? Oh, game is... Why are we paused? Unpause, please. Dang it, I was supposed to be drifting home. I guess not. All right, we'll see you when I get back to the base, and we'll wrap up. Alrighty, we are coming in. I'm going to go ahead and get the connector. We'll get the no goat already taken off of it, copied, deleted. That way when we dock up, it can immediately empty this crap out. And then we're going to go... I think we're going to call it. Yeah. So I fixed... So this, what do we do? Sully G had a good point. He started something new, and I was actually... it was intriguing to me, so I thought I might do it. But basically, he recorded his intro after he finished the episode, so he knows exactly what he did. That's potentially a cool idea, I think. Just because, we so often say like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then none of that happens. And so, I did, by the way, in addition to these 2 ships that I brought over here, got a little walkway up here. You can walk up to this. As you saw, this thing goes to that part right there. Like, kind of get up here and take a look at the ships. But the SNF, I know it's smaller, nimble, that kind of thing, a little bit faster. I think I just have it in case we need to like emergently attack. This one still has the big shield generator on it instead of the little one. This is, I believe, the Mark II. And then this thing, I think I have a shield generator on it. I don't even know, to be honest. This thing was fun to build, and I was like, what would I call this thing? And I think I asked, and some people come some interesting ideas. So we might just name it one of those things. I think what I currently have it called is Small Grid 2858. Yeah, that's right. That's what it's called. The Small Grid 2858. Very, very rolls off the tongue. Just super smooth. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, you know what to do. That's not what we want. I appreciate each and every one of you coming along. Shout out to Prepared Viking for that comment on episode 53. And I look forward to hearing your comments in episode 55, which is what this is. And you guys will see this on Tuesday. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you're thinking of the series, this one and the Econ series. I'm having fun with both, honestly. Having some fun with both. The Economy series is great. I enjoy the grind to learn. I will say it's been a little, not frustrating isn't the word I would use, but a little bit irritating that every time I learn a new thing, there's a gamble as to whether or not when I reload into the game, if the thing that I learned is actually learned, if I have to manifest an atmospheric engine in and grind it down so that I can still have atmospheric engines. I know last time I did talk about adding those two assault cannons to those, but there they are, as you can see perfectly. I do not have a shield base for the FE mine. If this thing were to come under actual attack, we would be absolutely schnockered, I believe. Although we do have lots of Gatling guns, so really the question would be how much would get damaged in the midst of all this. And I don't have a blueprint for this, so this would be just a total loss. But got some air gaps. You know, there's the air gap there for the tunnel. The hab over there definitely has an air gap. So I think we could recover easily. Not Lord Cass, I'm sorry. Clyde also mentioned that this is a lot of faith in this hinge for our dear 3D printer, but the pack ship will get printed. And this little resource node is just trucking away, doing its very best. Maybe we look at the other resource node thing and we replace that and we'll see what happens. Anyways, I will catch you later, taters. And as always, be kind. Never give up hope searching for a bloody uranium mine, as we finally found one. And stay ornery. Bye.